Hey guys, it's Lee Taylor from Right Lane Reviews, and this is my unscripted first impressions on the brand new Toyota Yaris Cross while battling hay fever, because the accent wasn't enough. Alright, so the Yaris Cross, which is basically just the new Yaris platform on stilts. This is Toyota's kind of light SUV entry. It's going to compete directly with the Puma and the CX-3. So it's got to be pretty good. I mean, Toyota has a big following in Australia, and they want to keep it. So if they want to stay up to date, you got to work in the light SUV market. First impressions of the cabin right off the bat. I like the design, despite the gauge clusters look a little bit. They look a little bit like boobies. they're not very titillating. The puns aren't going to get any better. Anyway, so design-wise, I don't mind it so much. The materials aren't my favorite. Everything's kind of like plasticky and scratchy. It kind of feels like a cheap Yaris in here. But this car is, nearly 30 grand. So I expect materials to be a little bit better. But it's okay. I mean, it's not ideal, but it would do the job. The center screen's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The screen is skewed away from the driver, though. Again, pet peeve. Come on, guys, get together. Everything else is all right. The steering wheel, I actually like the steering wheel design. It looks good. So it's not really designed to be super nice. I mean, I think this GX model, which is the two-wheel drive hybrid, I think is just under 30 grand. I think 28,990 or something like that before on-road. So by the time on-roads come on, it's over 30 grand. From standard, you get things like front collision warning, AEB, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, which is actually quite nice. You don't get blind spot monitors in this base car, but you can get blind spot monitors, like cross traffic alert and all of that, in the higher spec cars, the Urban and the GXL, I think, is the other one. So yeah, this is kind of like the back to basics model. Around town, it feels all right. It's a little bouncy, but Melbourne streets aren't exactly smooth. Feels good. It's light. It's not the performer in the segment, but it doesn't need to be. I mean, this is running a hybrid powertrain, and quite frankly, right now I'm popping along at about 50k, and it's running on battery power, silently, no petrol. Which, if you're after something efficient, that's kind of a cool place to be. Yeah, this little engine's a bit gravelly, but it's a 3-cylinder. It's not really designed to be anything refined. And again, this is a Yaris Cross, so it's a Yaris SUV. So it's not, refinement isn't the name of the game here. It's supposed to be cheap, economical, practical. It definitely gives me the cheap, economical, practical vibe. I mean, there's actually quite a few cubby spaces around here. I mean, so many places to put pockets. The door handles are black though, and they blend in with the black plastics around, so that's a little bit odd. I reckon that'd be a pain to grab at night when you're trying to get out of the car. Most Toyotas, I guess, are pretty non-confrontational, so they're fairly neutral. I mean, some of their tech is pretty good. Like their parallel hybrid tech particularly is quite good, which is what this is a parallel hybrid. But yeah, nothing really excites unless you have a Supra or like a GR Yaris, which I would love to get my hands on. It's got a little bit of torque from that electric motor. I like how the electric motor kind of comes in, like pushes you along. That's nice. So these seats are a bit stiff, if I'm honest. I'm not really a big fan of these seats, and these headrests are like. All right, so we're coming up to an on-ramp, trying to see if this little Yaris Cross actually has anything worth talking about. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. So the Yaris Cross has a little bit of punch down low, and I guarantee it's from the electric motor picking up right off the bat. Is it fast? No. Is it adequate for a city car? More than actually. Doesn't have the same sort of like mid-range punch that the Puma does with the 1-liter turbo, but like down low off the line, not bad. It kind of takes off, gets on its way, and that's definitely the benefit of having an electric motor involved. Well done. Well done, Toyota, for making a car that actually feels pretty good off the line. Despite having the dynamics of paper, it actually feels good when you need to go somewhere. So, done. So what's my final thoughts? Well, my first impressions on the Yaris Cross? Well, I think it's a pretty typical Toyota city car. I mean, it feels good enough in the hands, and it drives pretty normally. It's nothing crazy or extravagant, and I think it's back on that practical, reliable, user-friendly sort of car, and I think that's what Toyota's aiming for with the Yaris Cross. I mean, that's what the Yaris was known for, and I think they've done a good job with it. So we'll see how we go the rest of the week. I definitely have to turn off the part of my brain that wants it to be sporty, because that's just not a thing for Toyota unless it's a GR model. So I'm just going to have to live with that. But overall, as a Econo box, little run around for the city with some practicality and a little bit of ride height, I think it could be good. So I guess we'll find out. So stick around for the rest of you. So if you enjoyed the video today, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel below. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at RightLaneLee, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, ow. Oh, I have white boy lip, no upper lip. Ow. What have I done? Ow. Ugh.